Hello. Hi. We are now here for real this time. I know people were like, "What? What's happening? Why did the stream go off twice, over and over again?" Well, originally this was going to be a lot more setup, but due to a lot of things, stuff happened. Huh? I'm upside down. Okay, this is just a weird thing. All right. So, we shall be going over the one thing that I've always wanted to go over on this stream. We actually had a lot more. We had a lot more. I was gonna do a lot more, but hey, what can you do? I guess we should wait a little bit, talk a little bit. How art thou? How is everybody? Might as well get this sucker on because, of course, I can. Now I feel a lot better. I felt so nervous. So, what we'll be going over today is to celebrate 100. To celebrate 100 followers, I was going to go over, just show you guys my acrylic collection. For any of the OGs in the chat, just in the stream in general, originally I did this stream before, but I did it really badly and poorly and unprepared because what happened was that the stream kept going and going and going, but it was back then when I didn't know what an overloading encoder was. So by the time the stream ended, I was already downstairs, like, making, like, lunch. Then I didn't have a properly set schedule, so it kind of was just all over the place. So, so hold on a quick second, and then I shall start. Also, because we reached 100, and because I rated one of she's not a friend, but she is a sweetheart. We have 3 new subscribers because of what happened yesterday. I would like to say thank you for the follow, RPG Rooster. Thank you for the follow, Captain Spanky13. And thank you for the follow, Charukin1. Thank you guys for following. I'm so happy that you came. Thank you. It was nice. I loved that. I loved that. I'm just trying. For some reason, StreamCord is not working, so I gotta fix that. Alright. Let's see. Let me see. All right. I think this should be good. Yeah. There we go. Anything else? I'm not sure. Because I'm trying with this. And don't worry. We shall be going over our poor choices. This is what poor choices look like, everybody. You see all this? What you see in front of you is not even half. Like, let's go over it for real. Get a good look at all this. Now, here's also the thing I will tell you. You guys have no right to judge me. Because I know good and well that some of you have been spending money, whether it be on Genshin or anime merch. So no matter how poor my spending choices are, you guys still have no right to judge me. I won't allow you to. And so we'll be going through all the piles because I did organize them by pile and by artist. I'll try my best to read off the artist names because there's a lot, because these are a lot. Some of them are just one artist piles, but then there's some where it's multiple characters. Well, it's the same character but in a different art style. So yeah. So, who's got the first pile? 1, 2, 3. I think we'll go with this one. Not sure if you can properly see this. This pile, this art pile. All these right here, I'd like remember buying all of these. Do I regret it? Not a single bit. Are all by the artist Peko Lily. Peko Lily. She doesn't do a lot of acrylics nowadays, but when she did do them, I'm gonna try and get it to focus again. When she did do them, it was actually like she would do batches of them. I'm pretty sure she stopped doing them because like they wouldn't sell all immediately, which was actually good for me because I liked every I pretty much tried to buy every last one. And it's out of focus. No! I'm trying to... It's happening again. Probably better about than last time. But yeah, let's put that one up there. And we shall go over this one. Maybe it would be good if I... There we go. Now it's starting to. Reminder, I bought a bunch of these. I bought a lot of them. I bought a lot. So, this one, this one, this one, yeah, this one, and this one were all a part of like a series of just themes, and I bought them all. Each and every, all 3 of them, because of course I did. And let's see if this will focus now, because it should. This is probably like super dumb to some people, being like, why would you spend all your money on this? Why would you spend your money on Genshin? You have no right to judge me. I won't allow you to. Now this one was actually pretty neat because I think this was the last one I bought from Peko Lily, because what ended up happening was she was selling 2 of them, and one of them was a strawberry shortcake version and this one was the cotton candy version, and I was trying to aim for the strawberry shortcake one, but I just couldn't. I didn't have anything. I didn't have the money to buy it at the time, and by the time I was able to get it, it was sold out, so I settled on the cotton candy one. Oh no! And then these were the last 2. They were last 3. They were a part of a resale. There was one, they all had a theme. This one and this one. This one was specifically the next 2 I'm gonna show were both a part of like a playhouse type theme, because that's what the theme was. And so this one was, yeah, obviously, you know, cooking. and this one was toy blocks. The third one was actually I can't remember but I still remember liking it. I think it was something to do with the circus. I liked it a lot, but unfortunately I couldn't get it because these were resale, so that one was already sold out because it wasn't the only one that I liked. So I grabbed them all, trying my best to get them. And this one was a part of a Christmas one. I was lucky enough to get it. I was trying to get a bunch of them, but I couldn't. Yeah, a lot of them also have like a little text on the back. Not a lot of them. I know a lot of Co-Lily's stuff. So she goes by Pecco Lily, but she also goes by Co-Lily as well. I got them all from Booth. So there goes all of Pecco Lily's stuff. Let's gather all that. Some of these artists I know by name because I bought so many of like their specific stuff, but then there's some that I just didn't remember the names because it's been so long. I used to have what I would do is I would also get the cards of a lot of the business cards of them, and I saved them, but what ended up happening was that a family member of mine had grabbed them because they like cards, they like a lot of cards, and I was trying to get them back from them, and I never saw them. There was like no evidence of where they were. There was no ripped pile, there was no there was just nothing. It was all the evidence disappeared, and I was like so upset. So I'll try to go over some of the ones that do have a name. Here we go. I'll go through them first. Alright, we go into Turcoot. Turcoot was a pretty, anybody who knows Turcoot knows who they are. They did the Mary Bad and Hello Dystopia series for Mafu Mafu, and even then they do a couple of events for VTubers and stuff. Is there anything in the back? Nothing on the back. Just a little sketch thing. Just a little see-through. Some of them are see-through, some of them are solid. It just depends. I will say though, one thing that I do think it's kind of funny that acrylics have is that they can smell bad if you're not careful. Like, I remember I was getting them at first, and the thing is also a lot of them come with like a little plastic peely. I peeled them all off because I was dumb, and so they will scratch up if you're not careful. So I remember seeing Turcoot's series of these like colorful, because it was like a Miku slash Vocaloid type thing, and so they made these, and I was like, these are going to be the first on my list to get next. They were like on my next list, but I always end up running out of money while also spending them every single time. And then when I would have money, I would spend it on other acrylics and then be like, oh yeah, I wanted to buy those. Oh, there we go, it's starting to focus. Or maybe yeah, okay, that's a better light. Let me put one down and show it off. If I could get more like Turcoot acrylics, I totally would. It's just they're a popular artist. I guess, like, fun fact, I guess, about Turcoot and like me, in a weird way, Turcoot was like one of the was actually the like it was like a dual factor. It was like one of the main reasons why I never gave up on art, because I thought, oh, all I can do is like chibi, but then I remember seeing one of Turcoot's art pieces where it's Miku in a bed of flowers, and if you Google them, you'll see it. It's probably one of like the first result search engines, and I just looked at it for like a good solid like 30 minutes to an hour, and I was like, I don't know if I can draw. And I drew it, and then, yeah. All I could do was just stare at it and be like, I can do this. And then I drew. Yeah. Alright. Shall we get into What's another one? Ah, Paprika. Oh boy, Paprika. So, you'll probably know them because they do a lot of Land of the Lustrous content. Right now they're doing a bunch of Chainsaw Man content. I personally am not into it, but if I would, Power would probably be in this acrylic pile. So, Paprika is pretty much an artist who's popular for their simplistic type art. A lot of, at least to me, they're more popular in the Land of the Lustrous community. Oh, they don't, like, not on, like, Reddit, but they do have a lot of Land of the Lustrous content. Let me see. Will focus. 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 It's not focusing. Focus. We had this problem back then too. Oh no. It's not focusing. Alright, put that to the side. It'll probably focus. That one was obviously Gon and Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Funny thing, I don't watch or play watch or play. I don't have Hunter. I have not watched or read Hunter x Hunter. But I bought it because it just looked cool, and I just thought it was kind of cool to have. Hold on, quick second. VTube Studios is gonna die on me if I don't keep up with it. VTube Studios always runs out my battery. It actually drives me nuts. It always, like, kills my battery. I don't understand why. So... why am I being attacked by the yawns? So I'll show you a couple, like, Land of the Lustrous. And the thing is, I've always been interested in Land of the Lustrous. I've talked about it every now and then, but, or I don't really talk about it often. So I've got into the series recently, but I've always been interested in it and always liked collecting at least some of the merch. The character you see right now is Dia. I like to call her Dia because Dia sounds prettier, because would you really call the character Dia? Come on, focus. It's not focusing. It's not focusing on anything. Let me see. Will this work? Okay, finally, we're focusing. There we go. Okay, there we go. Poor Dia. Just poor Dia. Okay, let's see if we can get this going and kill a one. Oh, working out. There we go. This one's actually double-sided. This one's double-sided. I also got it because it was double-sided. Fun fact, I don't look up the measurements of the acrylics, so by the time they come to my house, I have, like, no idea how big they are. Like, I just don't know. So I remember I was like, this one's gonna be, like, huge, like one of the other acrylics they have, because... Hold on 1 second. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, we were talking about Land of the Lustrous. And Kill la Kill. Not Kill la Kill, but definitely Killua and Gon. And this is another one. They're double-sided, but they don't have any different expressions. The same thing goes for Dai's acrylic earlier as well. This is pretty. This is Bork. She looks as mean as she wants to. And this would be Antarcticite, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Everybody was betrayed by Antarcticite's expectations after the hiatus. Now the author went to 2 months of more hiatus. Last minute makes everybody in the whole fandom sad. This is also Cinnabar. Cinnabar is Cinnabar. Pretty much the theme of the acrylics are like stuff that either I wanted to get into at the time, or I was into at the time, or I wanted to but just didn't care enough to do it, and just a bunch of other stuff. I know there's like a false version of this one. I remember I wanted to get one of Cairngorm, but I wasn't sure about the character at the time because I was like, I knew the outset of the series, but I didn't know like if they were like a bad guy or like just what the character was. And like there's like some series where it's like, I like this character, but I don't want to like get stuff that I know I can't like keep. So, but I still like got an acrylic. This one's actually double-sided, so it shows this was like before the hiatus, so it was like a bunch of like the gems. So like on this side, I now know all these characters. Oh man, if I remember correctly, Jade, Amethyst. Was it Amethyst 43 or 80 or 86? Was it 83 or 43 or 86? I don't remember, but it's the braided amethyst. Both of them were like braided, like, I guess slight spoiler, they were braided in the beginning, but like after a certain amount of time they ended up changing their hairstyles to differentiate each other. And as you can obviously see, this is Cinnabar with a couple of the other gems. I forgot some of the gems, except, actually no, I forgot their name too. But on this side is actually Phos. What happened to Phos? Yeah, but up right here is actually Cairngorm. I love Cairngorm's look because like they just look so beautiful in the manga. Ichikawa like does such a good job. Hello! Hi, Music Boy. Hi. I know StreamCord's not working. I gotta fix that. I thought it was just a slight glitch, but apparently it's just broken. I think I gotta like reset it or reboot or whatever. Nori's Twitch. Dang. It looks dark on here. I hope, does Karen go, the dark gem. Does the dark gem look too dark on the screen? I know it's kinda. I don't really have the lights on where I am. I am only using natural lighting. But yeah. You did not show us live in following tab. Show us live in the following tab. Okay, I thought so. Let's see. Well, I'll fix it after the stream. I'm thinking of going live tomorrow, but it's possible that I won't be going live due to plans I did not know about. Yeah. Was you buggier than camping in the summer? Also, there was this one. So this one's actually pretty interesting because when sometimes I gotta pick up the camera and put it down again to get this thing to focus, so bear with me. This one's also double-sided too. So what happened was that at the time I couldn't get Okay, there we go. It's working again. I couldn't get a false version of what Pembrika had, the artist I just showed off. I couldn't get a false version, and I was actually kind of upset about that. This was before I knew like what was really going on in the story, and so I didn't know that false was really false. And so I ended up getting a false variant by someone who drew false, and that Pembrika promoted. Hold on, bear with me. I gotta Google. I had jotted down all the names of these artists, but then a lot of them also like changed their name, and it actually made me annoyed a little bit. Let me see. Bear with me. Bear with me with a lot of these. Hokiboshi. This one is by Hokiboshi. Originally they had it, like I said, originally they had a different name, but they apparently changed it. Or they kept it, but they didn't. It was weird. What was their name? I know I jotted it down. Hokiboshi Kiyomimi on Twitter. Because a lot of them had like names and then they changed it on Twitter. And so this one again is double-sided, and it reflects like what False used to be compared to like what happened to them in the manga. And if you know what happens in the manga, oof. So this one was kind of double-sided and shows like later False. I like to call them mature False. Are we gonna focus or we're not gonna focus? Alright. Focus! It's really not gonna focus. Huh. It really won't focus. Are you kidding me? We're gonna really start this today. No! Oh no! Oh no! We're really gonna do this. Okay, so while I try and get this focused again, I guess I'll go over, just in case for anybody who missed it as they were coming into the stream. We're celebrating 100 followers by me just showing off my keychain collection because I can't think of anything. I can't really think of anything. It literally happened yesterday. I would have to plan this out in advance. I don't know. It fell out of my hand. Alright, will it focus? It seriously won't focus. Maybe closer? This happened last time too. Maybe? Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. We're gonna spend 24 hours. Okay, we're just gonna move on. I think maybe I might as well show this because they did pop up on camera. Oh, by the way, also, anytime I put something, every time we go through the pile, I'll put a pile away so that it just makes room for the rest of them. Not the Land of the Lustrous one though. We're gonna get Big Fos to stop. We're gonna get Big Fos to focus one of these days. Please. We're focused. There we go. Finally. Mature Fos. Spoiled Fos. If you also notice, there's kind of a little glitter pattern inside too. A lot of these acrylics I haven't touched in a bit because I stopped collecting them because it was getting just a teeny bit out of hand with this collection. As you can clearly see, we've barely made a dent. We've gone through like at least 3 piles. There's like over 10. Now these ones are actually pretty interesting because they're actually just the same acrylic, but the artist just made them duplicate. I bought them during Christmas time and I spent all my Christmas money on it. This was before I realized, hey, you might want to get real computer parts. And I spent all my money on acrylics, but then I regretted it and tried to cancel. And I actually felt bad. How many total? Over 100. You can't judge me for my poor life choices. I know some of you out here be spending your money on Genshin and everything. Spending $1,000. At least my thing that I spent thousands of dollars on are physical. And I will hold you to this standard. At least what I spent was physical and I can touch it. Not on Genshin, where if the server's shut down, you can never touch your Venti ever again. Don't you dare judge me. Let me lift up the camera for this one. I'm not sure if I want to. Yeah. Poor life choices. Is it poor life choices if it makes you happy? Depends. Is it a good kind of happy or is it a temporary kind of happy? Alright. I'm gonna lift up the camera and show this one because these ones are tall. A couple of them are pretty tall, so I might lift up the camera for some of them. So they're pretty much the same. They're just color swapped. Pretty much. And I remember, and the thing is, one of them I know is still for sale, but the other was just a duplicate made, and then it was immediately taken off of the store. Like, the moment I got mine, she took it off the store. And I remember accidentally harassing the artist for this, being like, can I cancel my order? Can I cancel my order? Can I cancel my order? Because I would spam it in Google Translate, and because I couldn't tell what she was saying when I re-put it back into Google Translate. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just wanted all my to cancel. Oh no. This artist's name is THK_41 for anybody who's looking for her. She's on Twitter. She has a booth. Pretty much. Let's put this one pile away. There we go. Now we can put everything. Oh, no. A couple of artists will be recurring, like Pamprika and a couple, because I organized the piles. You were using Google Translate. This is before like DeepL became like pretty popular. I only use Google Translate now for like stuff like Korean because DeepL can't translate Korean, but I don't use Google Translate anymore. Mostly because Google Translate is terrible, but it was the only thing Attack of the Yawns! It was the only thing I could use at the time. Let's see. Let's take care of these two. A couple of piles I'll just eliminate one by one. These ones. I like them. They were made by an artist called Egumu. You guys probably saw them because they were in a photo with the Mafu Mafu Nendroid I got. That was my first Nendroid, and these arrived on the same day. Originally, there were plushies of these characters, and I was trying to snag the little doggy one, but I missed it. I missed it because I didn't have the money. I think I either had the money and I had to cancel it because I really, really, really wanted the puppy with the little beanie on it. I really, really wanted it, but I couldn't have it, and it was just, I was like, ugh, please. Sadly, that was 2 years ago, so obviously I don't have it anymore. And I never got it. I think we can knock these ones out. These, 2 of them are from an artist, and one of them I got from AliExpress. So, for anybody who's familiar with these characters, they're from a game called Mystic Messenger. And I actually tried playing Mystic Messenger for about, like, 10 minutes and I just had to delete it. Mind you, Mystic Messenger was like super popular at the time, and I got it and I tried to get it for my favorite character right here. I couldn't do it. I thought it would be something kind of akin to Tears of Themis at the time, back when I played Tears of Themis, and yeah, it was just texting. It was just texting the game. That, and I didn't want to, like, I don't know, play this and have this game, and then, cause like they had to in the game you had to do the texting in kind of real time, and if you weren't careful, you missed it. So imagine getting a text message and like from the game being like, I don't know, because like it's like a romance visual novel. So imagine kind of like not super romance, but like enough romance where it's like, imagine if like one of the characters texted like, "Hey sweetie," from the game, and like I handed it to, like, I don't know, my mom at the time. That would have been so embarrassing, and it would have been embarrassing, which is why I deleted the game. This one is of the pop star Zen. Again, I got this from AliExpress, so you know I'm to be trusted. This one is double-sided and by the artist... Who was the artist of this one again? Who was the artist again? I want to... No. This one is by an artist called Hyun. And the thing is, I actually really liked this one because it was phone style. Because surprisingly, despite Mystic Messenger being a very popular game, it doesn't really have all that... It's not really all that popular to get, like, fan merch and stuff. And a lot of the merch that is available a lot of it's rubber-based. And that's also one of the reasons why I liked getting acrylics, because I really hated getting rubber-based charms. This one's kinda hard to get with because it is see-through. This character is actually a woman named Jae-hee. She's one of the so Mystic Messenger was also kind of unique because it had a quote-unquote dating option where you befriended Jae-hee. People joke about the shipping between Jae-hee and like the MC, but like I also think it's kind of cool that they, instead of doing like the actual shipping route, that they just did a friendship route because, well, it was a dating, not like how should I put it? It's not dating, but it's like it was pretty much a phone variation, and you can kind of date the MC in the game. And this one is by, if I remember correctly, his name is Yoon Sung by Rainu Brew. You've probably seen Rainu Brew's art because she did art for Lily Pichu. She did use Lily Pichu's art. I mean, she did not use Lily Pichu's art. She did fan art of Lily Pichu and her VTuber self. So it was a very cute. It's very cute art style. She did Mystic Messenger. And Yoon Sung, pretty much I just grabbed all three of my favorite characters that I liked on looks alone, and probably development. Yoon Sung's character is kind of funny though, because his whole shtick is that he's like, wow, you kind of remind us of that girl that one of our friends dated and disappeared. You kind of remind me of her a lot. Did you know that you reminded me of her? I just wanted to tell you that you reminded me of her a lot. He can't read the room. I hope you realize that. Let's get this file in here. Alright, now we're moving on to kind of some real people. Well, their avatars. Lose. Incoming Owl House fans. Incoming Owl House fans. Probably. I don't know. So so these acrylics are kind of special because I legitimately remember waiting a whole half of a year to get these. because I would always miss the deadline to get them. These were actually reprints of the ones I was trying to get from Group A and Group B. So I just kind of grabbed all the ones that I wanted. Luz is in Utai, if anybody's wondering. He is mostly popular for Royal Scandal. Him and Canon 16... Canon either 69 or 96. Luz is actually pretty cool. I don't listen to a lot of his stuff, but I do like Royal Scandal. Royal Scandal is a very good series. This was during his 10-year anniversary, and this one has a special back too. For a 10 years anniversary, because he is a really talented singer. Let's be really honest here. Luz is a talented singer. And if I remember correctly, there was Group A, and then there was Group B, and Group A had black backs, while Group B had red. No. Okay. So this is Group A, and this is Group B, and what separated them was that when you turned them around, Group A had red roses, and Group B had white roses. Kind of like, the Queen of Hearts kind of thing. Because that's also kind of what Royal Scandal is popular about, because it takes a lot of fairy tale characters, gives them, not a modern twist, but it was that. What was that? My floor mates were screwing around with the siren again. I was just going over Luz. Let me see. I've like missed 3 whole comments. That's not always the best idea. When my mom was doing business in South Korea client, they used Google Translate on a minor business. And when the person was going to deliver it to a client saw it, they said this cannot be sent to client. Turned out Google translated one of the words. Translate one of the words into a Korean word. It's not appropriate meaning. Yeah. I want to find something that can translate Korean. DeepL has to add a Korean feature because they have a Japanese feature and it's like accurate enough. But yeah. Thank you, Bounty. Hi. You know what? I was planning on actually like talking to you later today. But like, hi. How you doing? Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you. And Music Boy, what was that? My floor mates were screwing around with a siren again. Play the air horn. Hold on one quick second. Alright, had to deal with some background stuff. I was just talking about the singer Luz. This is pretty much how you spell his name. I wanted to get these ones because... Okay, so this one is kind of funny. So I bought this one specifically because I wanted art of this artist called Rawia. If I remember correctly, that's how you say the name. Rawia Kim. Rawia_Kim. They pretty much do all the art for Royal Scandal. They also do a couple art for Mafu Mafu, which we'll go over them in a quick second. So Rawia did a lot of art for Royal Scandal, and so I wanted some art. So my thing with it was that I don't particularly like chibi art, so I like it, but I like when artists draw like full body. So I always designated acrylic art into like 2 things: full body and chibi. And for a lot of Luz's, pretty much a lot of characters you'll see, there'll either be chibi or children, because it's the easiest to draw. Anything taller than that, and it's just, couple more dollars on there, or a couple more cents on there. And so I bought this one because I didn't think I could get one of these ones without the logo, because even if it's chibi, I still like the art and I wanted the art on it. That was until all 3 of these, all the group ones were released, and I was just kind of like, Well, now I just spend money on you. Spend money on this. Oh man, it's funny. Well, okay, let me see. So this is Group A, Group B, and Group A. So pretty much, these two are from Group A. They're the ones I like the most. There was another one that I liked, but it kind of had like a angel. There was like two of them. It was like angel. So in Group A there was a devil aesthetic, and then in Group B there was an angel aesthetic. And I liked the angel aesthetic, but because my own, I liked getting two of the same like double entendre, I would have had to buy the devil aesthetic, and I just didn't like that. That and the angel aesthetic was kind of weird too, so I just didn't do it. Let me see. So like, imagine accidentally sending an official business document to a company like Samsung, but in there is a Korean word for female body part. That's basically what happened. She was embarrassed. That's why Google Translate is not a good idea. Oh no, trust me, I would never use Google Translate to like do business stuff with. Only to like translate like certain words. And even then, I barely use Korean Google Translate because I mostly use Japanese Google Translate. And even then, I only use DeepL Translate. So that's lose. I actually have 3. So there's over 100 acrylics, I should say. But there's 3 more acrylics I actually have. It's just I'm not sure if I really want to show them. Because I made them for personal use. I did make them for personal use. But the problem is that if I show them, I'm not sure. They're pretty much Harumaki Gohan acrylics, and because I couldn't get the official ones, I kind of just made 3 custom ones on my own. But I didn't want to, and wasn't sure if I really wanted to like show those off. But personally for me, I won't. No, I won't. But I made them pretty much for my personal use. Mostly because I don't want to, I made it for personal, like, because I know some artists say it's okay to use it for personal use. Like, Avogadro 8, if I remember correctly. Avogadro 6, I think that's what their username is. Avogadro_6. I know they say for their art you can, reprint it for personal use, and you can make merch as long as you don't sell it. But I know like there's a lot of them that are like, you can still do that, just don't show it off. So I have that. This one is the end. Q Tonagi. These ones are like really small. So I bought them because I followed them for a while, and I didn't realize how small this would be. And these were actually like connector ones. So these ones actually came with multiple, but I just bought the ones I liked the most. So obviously we had the girl. There was one with a maid, I know there was one of the maid. I'm gonna get the close-up on that one. A lot of their acrylics, I'm not sure if they are, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them are small. Because I was like expecting this to be a lot bigger. Like I said, there's a lot of them where I just kind of picked them because I liked them, but I don't check the size, and I didn't check it on purpose. This one is by so on Instagram they go by Ameno Jaku00. But on Twitter, they go by rainydays_1122. And I bought these ones because they just were absolutely gorgeous. So the really cool thing about these ones, is that they're see-through. I bought the ones that I liked the most because they were a part of a website called Village Vanguard, and Village Vanguard is kind of hard to go through. I had to like make a whole new thing because there's not really any American users who know how to do it. Legally, you can make your own of anything as long as you're not selling it. I don't own the manga Lisa, but assuming I had skills to do so, which I don't, I'm allowed to draw my own copy of it, but cannot sell it. Okay, there's that. I know that. I definitely know that. I just don't, I just personally don't want to show it, just in case. I don't want to be like, hey guys, I just literally took Haramaki Gohan stuff. So this one was really cool because I bought it and it's like really cool. I have a picture up on Twitter. I know I posted on Twitter because that's when I started having Twitter. And I posted a picture of it in the sunlight. It's really cool. Maybe I'm gonna try and find the picture. I'm gonna find the picture. And I'll put it into the chat. It's kind of blurry because I didn't realize that my camera was like blurry. Looks very nice, yeah. So here we go. Here's like the Twitter post because I know I posted on Twitter of like it's shining in like the sun. The moon, because this one was daytime and this one was nighttime. There were two more about the afternoon and the evening. And I didn't buy them because I thought they were kind of okay compared to the nighttime and the daytime. But yeah. We go back to real people again. How do I put this? So this one's also of a real person named Soraru. He's another Utite. You're gonna find a lot of them that are just Utites. So I bought them because I was like, wow, I have a lot of ones on Mafu Mafu. I might as well buy some on like Soraru. And Soraru's actually pretty cool. I don't listen to his covers a lot. I mostly listen to them when Mafu Mafu's in them because his voice, in my personal opinion, is like just too soft for my liking. But I like it anyway. Fix up. Alright, there we go. It's focusing again. There we go. And so I kind of bought them. A lot of these I bought like third party. Like a lot of them I bought third party. A lot of them. And so I just kind of shopped around and looked and was like, yeah, I'm gonna get as many third party stuff. Might as well just go on the trend of real people. I have so many on Amatsuki. For no reason, because Amatsuki's acrylics all look amazing. So a lot of them I know are by a couple artists. This one I kind of got as a group. I originally was going to throw it away, but I kept it because it's actually a convention one for HikiFest 2018. So it was a limited time one. I thought it was kind of cool because it's like traditional Japanese. There's like a couple of them for like not just Amatsuki. There's one for Mafu Mafu, Soraru. I know Eve was, I think he was in one of the HikiFest like later down the line because he was like a special guest. But then yeah, and then there was this one. I actually don't know the artist of this one. I just kind of got it because it was cool at the time. But then when it actually came in the mail, I was like, this is actually kind of not bad quality. It looks, so it's pretty cool. It doesn't look bad. It just feels okay. And then there was these three. I bought them because I like them. because they all look really cool. If I remember correctly, I think these ones are from Riowa as well. Or they could be... I'm pretty sure they're from Riowa. But I can be absolutely wrong about this one. But I bought them because they looked really cool. A lot of these Amatsuki ones came in like a group set. So that's why I have a lot of them. When it... What happened to my camera? What the heck happened to my camera? Okay, that was weird. So yeah, there's that. So I bought these all. There were actually a couple more that I wanted to get, but I thought, nah. Well, I was gonna get them, but then I spent my money on something else. And so then we'll move on to some of actually my favorite ones. So earlier I said I like to subcategorize a couple of these acrylics as full body or chibi, and Amatsuki, I liked his acrylics and got a lot of them also because they were actually full body and because they were so fashionable. Because Amatsuki is really good fashion. And so let's get good photos. What the heck? Why is my like thing glitching out? The head's like glitching out for some reason. So forgive me. These last two are kind of on the small side. But yeah, I like them. They're really cool. Really cool, really fashionable. Let me see. Why is it... It's out of focus. See if we can fix this again. Let's see. What the heck? It's like trying to fight for the camera. Oh my gosh. It's like... What? I'm trying to like fight this camera being like, stop going out of focus. Okay, there we go. There we go. His store is also on Booth. A lot of these I'm showing you are either from Booth or from third-party websites that I got of them. There we go. Like I said, a lot of Amatsuki's acrylics are like so good, unreasonably like fashionable. Like I said, these ones are on the small side, so I gotta zoom in. And even now, I still kind of want more of his acrylics specifically because they're so fashionable. And continuing on the trend of Utaite, we have Narase and Mei-chan. The funny thing I find about Mei-chan and Narase is the fact that they're in a group, but I didn't find out until after I bought them 3 to 5 months prior. Pretty much a whole year. So I guess I should say, so a lot of them have like in-jokes, and obviously one of the main jokes of Narase is the fact that okay. So his avatar is a girl because that's like marketable, bro. That's like the most marketable thing you can do. And then but his avatar's a girl, but he's a guy. And like Mei-chan, I kind of just bought his like on a whim and was like, you know what? I like this. I'm gonna keep it. And then I did. Then I almost regret it, but then I realized, why should I regret it when I bought it in the first place? And so I actually like Mei-chan's acrylics a lot more, and so I tried actually getting more, but they were all standees, and I don't like getting acrylic standees. I like getting keychains, because getting standees is for suckers who don't have any room on their desk. Well, I could, you see this thing right here? This thing right there, that is my that's my pretty much keychain thing. So these ones are for, let me see if I have any for Amatsuki. I know one of them was named for Amatsuki because of it. Ah yes, the 4 full body acrylics that you saw are from Miku, M-I-K, Meek-kun _04. Yes, and I know they also did a couple for Mafu Mafu as well. So yeah. So these ones are by the artist. These next 2 acrylics are by the artist. By the artist. I can't find it. I can't find their names. This is kind of embarrassing. I literally wrote it in here. Come on. Come on. I actually wrote the name on here. What the heck? Okay, I just had to type their name into Twitter. Their name is Hime Gamik. Hime Gamik. Hime Gamik. Yeah. And I bought this one in pairs because why would you not buy it in pairs? Why would you buy something that's not a pair? Let me see something. Okay, a lot of these are not double-sided. I keep forgetting which ones are and are not double-sided. Oh yeah. I like them. This one is a mocha and this one's a frappe. Not a frappe. I think this one is either mocha or frappe, and this one is supposed to be a crepe. Yeah. That was the door. Congratulations! We are now 1/3 of the way. We're 1/3 of the way. We're not even halfway there. All right. Not lightning round. So these 3 I actually bought because I had my eye on the artist for a while. So a lot of the times I try and get stuff from artists. I try and get a lot of stuff from artists because I like it. This artist's name is, if I remember correctly, not that one. Their name was... Let me see. Let me see. What was the name? Here we go. Ah, Maniani. Was it Maniani? It should be Maniani. Yes, Maniani 0122. 0122. And it's pretty much just their OCs. Little moth OCs. I like them so much that I bought all 3. I bought all 3. Because of course I bought all 3. Look at them. They're moth children. I could have done without the little circle in the back. But I did. Because they're adorable. Attack of the Killer yawns. Am I right, guys? like this one the most. There's just something about when like a creator knows how to use white. It's just so cool. And this one should be by Shiro Nappa. Shiro Nappa's artwork I try and get all the time because when they make an acrylic, it's always bomb, but they always sell out pretty fast if you're not like paying attention. I remember I was after these two twins for the long time because I bought this one because I liked it. Oh, hold on everybody. Alright, I had to leave to attend to something. Alright. But I was after these twins for a long time, and I bought this one at first. But then I scrolled down further and found the brother. And I was like, oh, well, time to go after the brother. But then I would constantly forget that she had a brother, and I actually almost failed to get it. And then when I finally got it, right, I think about a week after that it sold out. This one I got because it was based on Alice in Wonderland. I just liked it. And there was another one based on Snow White, but because I stopped collecting acrylics at the time to focus on trying to gather VTuber computer parts, I ended up looking it up today and it was sold out. So I kind of gotta wait for the next time that that round is comes back to me for me's sake. These two are actually kind of special because I wanted them, and they're based on Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken and Dragon Ball, and they are by the same artist. Let me see. No, this one, Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken, was not double-sided. However, the Dragon Ball one is double-sided. Wait, no, it's not double-sided. I remember now. It wasn't the fact that they were double-sided. It was the... it wasn't the fact that they were double-sided. It's the fact that I was waiting for the original artist. The artist was... I gotta, like, Google all these names because I didn't list out who made what. Let me see. Let me see. Here we go. They were by Ash the Lazy. They were both by Ash the Lazy, and I remember I thought it was double-sided because because they had two of them for sale, and what I thought they were was a double-sided version of the San family and Bulma's family, and yeah. I was not tricked. I ended up finding out obviously before I purchased, but I was like, yeah, I will wait for the Brie family. I will wait for the Brie family. So it was a funny little thing. Now this one, these two I like. We come back to the artist Pamprika. We come back to Pamprika. Pamprika's, like I said, Pamprika's is always double-sided. I will say though, I'm gonna call out Pamprika right there. I'm gonna call out Pamprika right here. They end up messing up on the cup on Kaiba's. So a lot of these are based off of, some of these are based off of anime. And Kaiba is one of the lesser known 2000s anime that's actually really interesting in concept. And just, like, it's just a really interesting one. And so, hold on one quick second. Hold on, everybody. I'm I'm gonna have to close up everything just for a quick second. Uno momento, everybody. I will be right back in a quick moment. Oh boy. I'm trying to find the name. It failed. The name of the one I did not organize this at all, and you can tell. It's so dumb. Some things are just the dumb. So the next one I will show you is still a part of Kaiba. It's just I gotta find the name of the artist. Okay, Ghost of Crows. So they made a Kaiba one too, but unlike the oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna call out Pamprika right here. You see Pamprika in their artistry of drawing the Kaiba. Focus! Focus! Okay, there we go. Finally. We're really having a happy 100, everybody. In their artistry of drawing Kaiba. They messed up on this cup right here. But the other one is by Ghost of Crows. This one's actually interesting because it's not just single-sided, it's actually double-sided. And I actually really like it. It's actually one of the first few acrylics I got. I remember I was waiting so patiently for this one in particular because I was like, man, there's not a lot of acrylics I want to get, but I want this one. And so I would wait weeks upon weeks. I'm pretty sure it took at least 2 weeks to nearly a month because just, where I was, and I was just like, When's it gonna get here? I remember staring at like the packaging for like like the package tracking for like days. And speaking of people I was waiting for, so this one's actually kind of special because it's actually based on like one of my favorite songs, Bokoum N. It's The Boys. If you've heard of Eve, you've probably seen this song. It was one of like it was one of his songs before he got famous. Before he got into JJK, guys. It was actually one of the few songs. It's one of my most favorite songs. And underrated. Unfortunately, it is underrated. Like Dramaturgy and Let's Dance, people say that's the real kickback right there. Bokoum and they sleep. But I like this one. I actually won it in a Toriba Crane game online, and I was like, I wonder if I can win one. And these were actually limited time Eve ones, so I actually I'm really happy I actually got it. Especially one from my favorite song. There were a couple more. I know there was one for Literary Nonsense. I think Last Dance. I know another one for How to Eat Life. So Literary Nonsense, How to Eat Life. Not Last Dance, I think, but I know there was one for Dramaturgy. And I know there was one for what was it? What was the name of that song? We gotta go through the Eve catalog. It was French, that's why. Trickle, help me. Raison d'etre. Raison d'etre, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm sorry for all my future French viewers out there. I have butchered the French language. I am not a French weeb. I am not a weeaboo of the French. Ha. Alright, these ones are actually really cute. I thought they would be a lot bigger. There were 4 of them in the series, but I only picked the 2 I really liked. And then by the time I wanted the other 2, they were taken off the store. They have names. I forgot the names of them, but it was really, really cute, and so I bought them. I like this one the most. Because, just like I said, it takes a lot for a creator to know how to draw white, just color with white. And this one I liked because, and I like the dress. They made standees, I think, of these ones because they were mini ones, and then they drew them big. The artist's name is, if I remember correctly, Poe Seal. So Poecile. So yeah, Poe Seal. Yeah. And this one is special because I was trying to aim for a certain character for all this time, and then when I found out that I could get them, it was already a year. Not only was it a year, they were convention exclusive, and I didn't even know that specific convention existed, and it makes me upset because they now only started doing emotes. They don't make acrylics that much anymore, at least to sell online, and it makes me actually upset. Attack of the Killer Yawns! This one is by Cinema Chun. They make only Twitch emotes now, but I remember I bought these as like, they're not an actual set, but they're a set. Now this character right back here is the character I was trying to aim for so long. And if you notice a little bit, it's kind of glittery. Now, the thing with both of these is that they're actually both double-sided. So let's hold it back real quick. Let's see. And now spin it. Yeah. All their eyes are closed. They can't see anything. So it's really cool. And then we move on to the girl deer. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to be like quote-unquote age swapped. And that's why I like bought them as like a quote-unquote set. I like this one a lot, but I still want the one of her when she's small, and it makes me upset, and I want to buy it so badly. I'm buying it eventually when I just have the opportunity, because I really, 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 really wanted it. And their eyes are closed too. Alright, let's put some of these away. Let's put them away. We're now nearing the halfway point. We're almost halfway there. Halfway there. Should I go through like some of the official ones, like the officially licensed ones? I should. Yeah. Let's go through a couple of them. Didn't think you'd be seeing Splatoon here, now did ya? So I think what's kind of funny about this mushroom one is the fact that I forgot. Oh no. What's funny about this mushroom one is, to me, when you stare at it in real life, it actually looks really pink, but like on camera it looks like super red for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. But these were actually Splatoon items. These were like Splatoon limited Star vs. Mushroom Splatoons you can find on the Nintendo, not eShop, but the My Nintendo store. And so the thing about them is that I was originally going to get them when they were originally released. But because Splatoon was still also getting that popular success, like Splatoon 3 shot it up even more, but like Splatoon 2, when it was starting to end, was also still popular. Was also popular still in its own right. And so what ended up happening was there were scalpers. There were pretty much just scalpers were just all over the Nintendo site. And so what ended up happening was that I ended up having to buy them on a third-party site. And so yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story. But I still like them. This one I also bought in a Crane game. Can we guess the movie, guys? Can we guess the movie? 3, 2, 1. It's Galo from Promare. I was actually trying to aim for the other one, the pretty boy. I forgot his name. The only reason why I remembered Galo is because, well, you really can't forget a game like that. And number 2, his name's written on it. But, pretty much, yeah. And these two, I actually bought because I liked them. So, at the time, I still haven't finished it yet. I don't know what it is. It's Galo from Promare. Or Gallo. I have no idea. Either way, you can't forget a name like that. So I bought these ones because they were actually limited time. This one is from a Sega Arcade Crane game that I bought actually on a third-party site. For anybody who doesn't recognize this character, this is Catriel Layton from one of the newer Professor Layton games. I have not played a classic Layton game. I want to, but this is Catriel Layton from... So at the time when the game was released, it was called Lady Layton and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. But eventually they ended up changing the title because people were okay, so on the one hand, I understand why the complaints were like valid, and I also understand why it's kind of ridiculous to change it. they were like really hammering in that she was Lady Layton, like the new replacement Layton, until people played the games and they were like, the ending kind of shows that she is not who we thought she was. So they ended up changing it to Layton, and they just changed it to, what was it? It was Layton, and it was still the Millionaire's Conspiracy, but it was something else conspiracy. Lady Layton. It was called Lady Layton, but it was changed to Layton's Mystery Journal, Catriel, and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. Okay, that's what they changed it to. Eventually she did, the character actually got her own anime, something that Professor Layton was not successful in getting on his own. But, you know, cute anime girl. And this one is actually an official anniversary keychain of the character Naja from the anime, from the early 2000s anime, Ashita no Naja by Toei Animation. And I have not watched Ashita no Naja, but I want to. Like, I want to. I really want to. It's Naja. It's Naja. She's so pretty. I will say this though, and I will hold it to the ends of the earth. I don't like the Japanese version of the opening. I like the English version, which says a lot because there is no official English version of Naja. Apparently, it aired once on Cartoon Network. It aired once on Cartoon Network, and there's an official opening. So it's an official opening, and there's an official ending, and it aired once as like a movie, and then on Cartoon Network, and then it just never aired again. It's all like the Ashita no Naja dub movie, the quote-unquote movie, is just lost media from what I can tell. The only archives that people have are the opening and ending theme, from what I was able to gather. It's been like a couple years, so I could be wrong that it's lost media of a movie, but I know that people who were looking into it have said that it's lost media. It aired, just, you know how it is with early 2000s cartoons. It's either lost media or it's not lost media. It's just kind of how it goes. Let me see. I'm trying to find a specific one for the name of this one, because this one's kind of a single acrylic. This one is a single acrylic. Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, that's right, she changed her name. So this artist I'm going to show, what ended up happening was her Instagram got hacked, and she had to change her name. And I forgot that I had tagged her on one of like the acrylics, on this next acrylic that I got, and she ended up having to change her Instagram name, and I forgot. Yes, her name is Ikurea. So Ekureea. Yeah, Ikurea. And I liked her art a lot, so I would always try to get it. The problem is that her art is popular, so I always end up missing it. I know this because I've been trying to hunt for a Chiaki one. Okay, how should I put this? So, Ikurea, does a lot of collaborations. For anyone who thinks that name sounds familiar, she did Anya Malfisa's avatar in Hololive. She is the artist of Anya Malfisa of Hololive ID. So this art style is very familiar because she did do her avatar. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Anya Malfisa. Malfisa? Anya is basically not Kobo with a temper check. Anya Malfisa. Yes, Anya Malfisa. And so this is pretty much her. She did, I think, this as a promotion for another VTuber or just as like art for that specific VTuber. But I remember getting this. I did chip it a little bit. As you can see, close up, I kind of chipped it right here. Right here where my finger is. Yep, there we go. I chipped it and I thought it was like, oh, that's part of the original design. And then I realized it was not. So I ended up chipping it because I was not careful, and also because during my early days of my acrylics, I originally had a jar with my acrylics. I originally kept it in a jar and not this basket case you see here. And what ended up happening was that I threw the jar so much onto my bed that it actually had too many acrylics in it, and it broke the bottom. So I had to clean off glass on my bed, and thankfully no glass cut me, or no glass remained on my bed, but I was pretty stupid. Let's take care of these ones. So, I've talked about this before. I had a Danganronpa phase, and then once I ended up leaving the Danganronpa phase, I kind of just collected a couple. Wait, you threw glass? Okay, so what ended up happening was I had this glass jar. If I can probably pull up a picture of what the jar looked like. It was just a glass jar one my parents gave me at the time. Like my mom gave me at the time. And what ended up happening was... Wait. I pretty much just kept everything in a jar. Let me see. I don't mind showing this one because it's from, like, an old house. Like, away from there. Let me send it to myself. But, pretty much what ended up happening was that I would constantly throw the jar as, like, a joke to myself, being like, haha, guys, I got my own things now. Bam! Well, not against the wall, but, like, I would always throw it on my bed as just, like, a joke for myself. And what ended up happening was what happened was that, it didn't break at first, because there was barely anything in it. But because I kept gathering so many acrylics, I kept gathering so many acrylics, that the jar ended up, glass can break easily. Yes, water is wet, music boy. Well, what ended up happening was that, and the thing is, I always threw it on my bed, and it was like a very thick glass. I will say, it was kind of about, it was about as thick as, like, your pinky finger. It was about my pinky finger, like, right here. It was about as thick as my pinky finger. So, as you can obviously, I'm gonna, like, show you guys the glass. So, what ended up happening was I was stupid, and I would always constantly throw it so easily breakable. Yes, water is wet, music boy. And so, basically, pretty much, I ended up throwing it on my bed multiple times as I constantly kept gathering up more acrylics. And obviously, it didn't occur to me that if I got more acrylics, that the thing would be more, unstable wouldn't be the term, but definitely would be bottom heavy. And so, what ended up happening was that it kinda broke. To be quite honest with you, it pretty much just broke. Alright, I'm about to pull this image up right now. Will it? Okay, there we go, it downloaded. And so I kinda just kept throwing it until, it was like, not a mason jar, but it was kind of like that. Let me, pull up the image of, like, the jar. So I ended up just kind of throwing it on my bed, and then one day, it just broke. It became bottom heavy. and then it broke on the bottom. And again, thankfully, I was able to. It wasn't like a big break. It didn't like break. It just kind of. How should I put it? It didn't like break and like shatter into a million pieces, but it did like. It basically made a shape. It pretty much, it broke, made a shape, and then it was just the bottom was out. And if you were to, you couldn't move your fingers across it, or else you would cut yourself. Stuff like that. Downloads. This was the old jar before my replacement box. I remember shifting this from box to box at the time. Wait, no! I didn't mean to cancel. No. What you're about to see is the first 4 acrylics I ever had. 4 or 5 acrylics I ever had. There we go. I see. Yeah, you can probably understand why I was stupid enough to do this. Very, 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 very stupid. It was actually a pretty decent jar. It's like no bigger than... Okay, so excluding the top up here, the rim, excluding the rim, it was no bigger than this box right here. Than the box even you see in front of you. I was just really dumb. By, like, a lot. And I do mean by a lot. I keep going back and forth. I was trying to toggle my glasses, and I forgot my left click means I click left every time the glasses go on and off. It looks like a jar for homemade jam. It was pretty much that type of jar. The little clip ones, I actually like boxes and jars like that. It makes it feel a little more secure. Obviously, a lock and key would do that a lot better, but it just makes it feel secure. Yeah. Alright, let's continue. So, with my Danganronpa phase, I ended up buying these 2. This was actually one of the first ever acrylics I bought by an artist named... What was her name again? It was something. I'm going through all these names. And it's an easy name too. No, I don't think that was her name. What was her name? Oh yeah, that's right. That's how I tagged him. It was still... Merriment! Merriment on Instagram. But you can lose keys, then lock is issued. Yep. Well, at least it's secure. At least it's secure, right? Can't lose anything if it's not lost. Unless you lose the box. Alright, and then there was this Kaede one. I bought it because it had a little milk charm on it. So, I kid you not, that's what a lock cutter is for. True. So this one is made by the artist. Ebel Scribbles. And then I actually remember the name of this one's. This one's called Kaede Angel Fruitcake. I'll let that name settle on you for a quick second. This one's also double-sided. This is Kaede's Angel Fruitcake. Yeah, if you've probably gotten the joke with that Ebel's got there. All the Danganronpa ones they made are all based off of their deaths. And there were a couple of them named after their deaths. Actually, all of them were named after their deaths. But we won't go over that just yet. So those are the Danganronpa ones. I really liked Evilis's one. I remember I wanted to get this one and another one, I think. Or it was just the Kaede Angel fruitcake. But I just like the way Evilis did Kaede's. It's a very good acrylic. I didn't show it for a lot, so I'm kind of doing a short preview, close-up preview. I want to give them all their equal fair share. Now, I think I'm gonna go back to the Chiaki one because I'm still actually looking for the Chiaki one because, like I said, with Ikuru's with Ikuru's art is that they were very popular, and so I remember I bought this one, and what happened was that the artist said it was hologram, but I think it was I think this one came out kind of weird, because it was supposed to be a hologram where it blinks, but what ended up happening was that it kind of went over the eye. I still like it. I still like Merriment stuff. They're all very, very cute. But even still now, I want the Ikuru's Danganronpa because they did a lot of collaborations, and one of them was an Alice in Wonderland theme with Danganronpa, and I still want the Chiaki one. Every time I found it, it was always bought within like a month, and it actually irritates the heck out of me. But now, we shall move on to two of my favorite acrylics. Not my absolute favorites, but definitely my favorites. Vocaloid X Rascal. Now, these ones are kind of special because they're not just acrylics, they're actually standees. And so I will be taking these apart to show off the standees. I really, really like them. The artist's name is Akakura. The artist name is Akakura 1341. And so these ones, they would have, I like acrylics like these ones because they'll have these stands, and then, so getting a closer look, it was Vocaloid X Rascal, and then there was Miku, Mako, Kaito, Luca, Rin, and Len. So 6 of them. And they were all Christmas themed, and I bought them. They were expensive as all get out. They were to say they were expensive would be like saying, why? Why are you expensive? Because they were Miku, X Rascal, and they were made by really, really talented people. It's really, really talented. Alright, the Miku one's kinda nuts. Okay, there we go. She's a lot more steady now. I really, really, really like the Miku X Rascal ones. They're very, very nice. Please don't blur on me. Are you absolutely serious? There we go. Getting a closer look at that. Yep. Very, very, very nice. If you haven't noticed, they're all based on certain sweets, Christmas type sweets, in like a Christmas type fashion. So this is Miku, this is Luca. And Miku's was based on a chocolate log cake, while Luca is based off of a macaroon. Mako's, I think hers was based off of wine, and Kaito's was based off of just candy. I didn't like Kaito's specifically because his looked so generic, like suit and tie, like type generic. It looked nice, but it was generic, and I didn't like it. I'm gonna put it in the chat again because I have taken like pictures of Miku X Rascal. So let me see. And there will be like better pictures. These are like way, 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 way better pictures. Where is it? Rascal. Dang it. Rascal. Rascal. Here we go. I'm gonna put it up. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so Rin and Len's was based on like tea. Mako's was based on a cupcake. Was based on like a chocolate cupcake. Kaito's is like. So the reason why I say Kaito's felt more generic now that I'm looking at it is the fact that his is clearly based off of like cake pops, but they don't show off the front, and it feels generic even though it clearly isn't. And I really wish they would have shown that off more. And so I'm gonna copy the link to the post I made and I'm gonna put it in the chat. It looked amazing. In my opinion, it looks amazing. I'll think about it. I think I will. To celebrate 100, I'll post this again back on YouTube. So this is pretty much my Miku X Rascal ones. I love them a lot because they're kind of like the Amatsuki ones. They're full body and they're beautiful. I love it when an acrylic does like a full body. I love it when acrylics do full body because it's like physical art. I love it. I love all of it. I didn't put the standee back on top. Oh yeah, that's right. Luca's standees, pretty much when I showed you Miku's standee, all of them have are named. All of them have their names on it. So Miku X Rascal, Luca X Rascal. And obviously for the others it would be Mako X Rascal, Rin and Len X Rascal, Len X Rascal, Kaito X Rascal. You know, all that. Why did I go through the namings conventions of all of them? I don't know. I'm meticulous that way. Put it back in. Let me see. So we might. It took like, I think last time it took like 2 hours to go through all this because we were having like we were having pretty much fun. We were having fun. I want to start on this side, but I also need to finish off this side. Let's finish them off. Okay, so Miku X Rascal is my favorite, like, acrylics. But this right here is from all my favorite artists. One artist in particular, and their name is Koronosuke Koron, or Koron5623. I got their name right? I don't say their full name, like, Twitter name often. So I've sometimes got to check. Yeah, Koron5623. Koronosuke is so talented. I remember finding them back when they did One Off Mind. And then I ended up finding Hachiya Nanashi. For anybody wondering what art thing they did, Koron did a lot of music videos for Hachiya Nanashi back when he was still Hachiya Nanashi. Now he goes by Yuri Kuriyama, and then he went back to even his older name back when he was starting Vocaloid Vandeshop. He did Dizzy Dizzy. He did Dizzy Dizzy. He did Limelight. He did One Off Mine. If you're in the Danganronpa community, you have encountered One Off Mine. You have. It's inevitable. He also did Hungry Nicole for Nirukajitsu, or Nil Fruits for the uninitiated. And he did Joker Boy for for another producer named Ow Wi-Fi, Aoi Wi-Fi. They did meme Despages, yeah. They don't do a lot of stuff. You can find them on Koronosuke's channel. Koronosuke's channels is public, stuff like that. Just go to their Twitter, you'll find their YouTube. And so during that time, a lot of these songs are no longer on Hachiya's channel anymore, which makes me sad because this was during the time where he tried to purge a lot of songs, and then like some songs came back, some songs did not. A majority of them did not come back. Like Precious Junk. Precious Junk was one of those songs that just got deleted off. You can still find them on his Nico Nico Doga, on his Nico Nico channel, but yeah. Oh, Happy Shape. Happy Shape was one of them, and also Shabon. Shabon was performed live, so you can probably find it for like one of the Magical Mirai Miku concerts. So Shabon was performed live. I personally don't like the outfit they chose for Miku, not just because it just looks weird, but just because it just doesn't suit the song of Shabon at all. Mind you, Shabon is one of my favorite songs from Hachiya's like catalog, but yeah. So let me pull these up. All of them pretty much have the names of what they are. Precious Junk was one of those songs that got deleted, along with Gleam Neon. But those were not my favorite ones. One of them was... What was it? Was it Dream? I know the corresponding song that with it was Nightmare, but I think it was called Sweet Dreams. You can find it on his album, but I missed the video that was up with it because the art was very, very, very beautiful. The only songs that stayed up were the popular ones. So, Happy Shape was one of them, along with... No, one of mine never was really officially on the channel. It was officially put on the channel, but it's all on Nico Nico. This was before Hachiya had YouTube, so I'm standing up for this one. And Zeotrope is kinda not really a song that was taken down. It was... There's two versions. There's the Miku version, and then there's the Flower version. I like Zeotrope. This is Gleam Neon. I bought it because I wanted to. And this is Precious Junk. Yeah, there we go. Precious Junk. Joker Boy. Joker Boy I got because yes. The funny thing is I had to like double take so many times because I thought he was like flipping off, but the thing is just Koron just drew his hand weird. I even got tricked by my sister being like, bro, he's flipping him off, and like, mind you, I like double, triple, quadruple checked it like 5,000 times to be like, he's not flipping him off, and then my sister was like, tricked me again, just randomly like, he's flipping him off. Hey yo, what's good? Actually caught this. Hey! Yeah. We're going over all the keychains. Unfortunately, I'm like halfway through. If you want to watch all the other keychains, the archive will be around afterwards. And then this is Happy Shape. Originally, I was not going to get Happy Shapes, but I ended up realizing that I just kind of bought it, and I liked it. All of them have backs. All of them are double-sided. And they all pretty much are the corresponding song, the illustration, because a lot of them are music videos, because Koron does a lot of music videos. Pretty much what you are seeing are the actual, like, music videos. There's corresponding images that came with the music videos. That was in the music video. So this is the city from inside Precious Junk. This is the actual background of Gleam Neon, and this is the actual Zeotrope you will find in Zeotrope. Wait. Clear up. Come on. Let's see. And and the actual background for Joker Boy. There is an actual another song that that Aoi Wi-Fi did with Koron, but I didn't buy that one, and I don't remember the name of it because it was one of those songs that just Google would not translate. So, like, you know how YouTube has an automatic translation button? They just didn't automatically translate it because I didn't go to it enough. By the way, for anybody wondering what this blue text says, you probably caught a glimpse of it. It just says Zoetrope. There we go. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Japan has an obsession with the word Zoetrope, and just the concept of it in general, because this is like the the second song I found with Zoetrope, and like, they don't say anything else with it. It's just Zoetrope by itself. Not that I'm complaining about it, all 3 songs that I found of it are all pretty fire. And that's not the end of it, because these are the last ones. So these 3 are the ones that really, really, really kicked off my obsession with keychains. Not these ones specifically, but I know this one. So many keychains. There's over 100 of them. We've finally cleared 2/3 of them. This one in particular was the very first keychain I ever got of Shabon. Shabon is a very, very, very good song. It is double-sided. A lot of Koron's keychains are double-sided. They don't do keychains really that much anymore, but I like it. I'm still trying to figure out the meaning of Shabon even now, because it feels very clear, but it's very... I wouldn't call it romantic, but I definitely would say it fits the category of romantic. Not like romance of love, but just romantic. Just romantic in general. And then what ended up happening was they ended up having these 4 types of record player acrylics. Now, what I didn't mention earlier was when I showed the other 4 or 5 Koron keychains of the characters, was that there were more characters, but I didn't buy them because I personally just couldn't buy them. The other characters were the boy from One Off Mine, Kranke. Krank? It's German. Krank. The other one was... he was from Limelight. He's a little brat, let's just say. Every time Koron illustrates him, he's a little brat. He actually is pretty much, Koron illustrates him with Happy Shaped Kid all the time, and it's actually pretty funny seeing this brat try and go against a dude who wants to be happy all the time. There was also the other song that Aoi Wi-Fi did, but there was also, what I'm trying to illustrate is, here are the other characters. You can't see them a lot, but you can see some of them. So, like right here, you can see the characters if you look up closely. There was... what was the name of the song? The character from one of Hachiya's songs. It was about pills. Van de Shop. What was the name of it? I haven't listened to it in so many years, actually. It was called, Placebo. So the main character of Placebo is right here, and the main character of Limelight is also right down here, while Kronk is right up here. But right here is the Happy Shape song, the Happy Shape character, and they were all a part of... The name of this keychain is, if you look closely, was called Gekitai. And it was supposed to be a callback to Jitterbug. It was supposed to be a callback to Jitterbug, which I will be linking in the chat. Go listen to Jitterbug. Jitterbug's a good song. Go listen to Jitterbug. Jitterbug is a good song. You'll see them in the end credits because Koron likes to reference a lot of their OCs, a lot. Koron likes to reference their OCs a lot, and I actually really like that because in the end credits you can actually see a lot of the characters playing the instruments you hear in the song, and it was actually really like cool seeing these characters like not just be in their respective songs and then just one and done and just go. These is the Shabon characters again. So what ended up happening was I actually didn't mean to buy I didn't want to buy it, but what happened was that a lot of them were being sold out, and I wanted to get it because there was 4 of them. What were the other ones? So there was the Gekitai one that I just showed you, the Shabon one, the one for Placebo, and the one for, I want to say it's for Limelight. I want to say it was either for Limelight. I want to say it was for Limelight. It had to be for Limelight. And I bought the Gekitai one because I also wished that Koran would have made one for Mako and Miko, because his version of Mako and Miku looks so, like, just raw. I love, like, when people don't just make pretty. I like when they make raw art. And that's why, like, Koran's, like, one of my favorite artists, because all of his art is just raw, like, lines and everything. And that's why I like Koran's art. Alright, we're about halfway through. Halfway there, everybody. Not lightning round. We ain't doing a lightning round. So, anybody who knows me knows good and well that I like Shadow's house. Shadow's house, everybody. I'll show you Shadow's house. Yay! Her obsession. Yay! So pretty much I bought all these third party because they were all gacha. And little gachas. I'm actually not sure if I want to go after a lot more of them, because with season 2 having come out since, there were a lot more. And I just kind of was just like, because I read the manga, so I wasn't really paying attention to the anime much, but I did like the fact that we got merch. Oh man, we can go through the Miku pile. Let's go through the Miku pile, everybody. So this one is actually kind of interesting. So the Miku pile is pretty much just a lot of acrylics that I just grabbed that just so happened to have a Vocaloid theme. And one of the things I had is that these are by Chaosia. And if you are a longtime viewer, you know that I have mentioned Chaosia, not a lot, but a couple of times on this channel. And so Chaosia does a lot of art and Miku. She does a lot. Her literal whole store is just Miku. It's just Miku. It's literally all just Miku. It's all, not Miku. It's all acrylics. She just does acrylics over and over and over again. Lately, I know she's doing a giveaway right now for her Halloween Miku, and I'm pretty sure that the winners have already been announced. But her whole shop is dedicated to selling acrylics. Whether they be the popular character. I know she hasn't done Hololive collaborations, but she has done Hololive as well. But these are specifically the Mikus of, the Winter Mikus. So this was the Winter Miku of, I think, not 2017, but I think 2018, and this was the Winter Miku of 2019. Originally, I was gonna go after a lot more, but because she does acrylics for a living, they are like expensive, at least around like 15 at least. And their thing is, they're good quality, which I forgot to show you, because she does not just do the front, she does the back as well, which I will be showing you. She does the back. And the thing is, you don't notice them right here. A couple of acrylics that I'm showing you are, you can actually feel the layer on it. So, like, it's flat here, but if you go down, it has like a little matte layer. There's a little matte layer that you can kinda make out, but it's like flat enough to where you can't. These were version 1s. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, with her version 2 releases on a couple of acrylics, she started doing double-sided acrylics on both sides, so it's no longer just matte backs. And they're a lot bigger now. This one's interesting because it's based on a fanzine I actually bought, because the theme was Love Letter. It was by, was it Moso Box? Was it Moso Box? It had to be. Love Letter. Let me see, Moso. No. We'll get to them eventually. Let me see. I know I got their one of their arts on purpose so that I could like find them and remember them. Find them and then remember them so that I could go back to them. Here we go. Maybe. Let me see. Moxbox. Maubox. That's what it was. By Maubox. During their, when they were going to do Love Letter. When they were doing, it was basically a fanzine where the theme was, Miku and Len being together, because Miku and Len is a very popular ship in the Vocaloid community, a lot more than I thought. And in what makes this one different from the other acrylics I have is that this one is a shaker charm instead of just a just a regular one. You can kind of see the logo in there for there we go. Let's try and shake it. show off all those charms. Let's show them off. Come on. Head to the front. Some of these are double-sided and I had no idea. Oh well. This is pretty much it. They had normal outfits and then they had these custom-made outfits for the Love Letter. I actually have the other Love Letter stuff I got, and what was it? It was a clear file, and it was this acrylic. And I didn't really want anything else from it. It was just nice. It was just a really nice one. And this one is actually really interesting. So it's double-sided, but it's only really clearly only one-sided. This one is by The Rabbit Hole on Instagram, but their name on Twitter is Gray Rabbit. And I really like this one. I bought it because it's a very unique type of Miku. Nobody really does... Okay, so people do Mikus, but they don't really go out there with Miku's design, where they make her... You know, they just get rid of all the green. Because at some point, people try and slip that green right back in there. But, like, this one I liked a lot. It was a lemonade version. They still do acrylics. In fact, they do an acrylic charm, monthly acrylic charm where they make them and then they give them away to people that, like, regularly follow them and stuff like that. I would probably be in that category, but I'm not. I remember when I originally first did my acrylic stream that I actually got my little plushie from him the same day, and I showed it off, so I'm gonna be right back. Because upon this acrylic thing I did, yes, I will be showing off my little plushie. I still have them. I kind of keep them in like a little display case. I keep them in like a little display case. I keep like a lot of these in my display case so that it doesn't get ruined or anything. So yeah. Little cutie. I love him. He's so cute. It's like so cute. I only like interacted briefly with with Gray Rabbit, but it was like such a sweet, like he was very nice. He was very nice. these ones I will show you are actually based on Princess Tutu, because there's barely any Princess Tutu acrylics out there, and it made me sad. I actually bought another one. I've shown it on Twitter. I bought a Princess Tutu enamel pin. Something I don't really buy. I don't buy pins all that often. So yeah. And so I bought this one. But the creator, I kid you not, gave me like this little mini Krahi. Just gave me this little mini Krahi just for free. And I was just like, was this by accident? And then I realized, oh, maybe it wasn't by accident, because it is a smaller Krahi. And she probably just did it because, well, pretty cool. There we go. Kind of. It keeps blurring to like show the back, but pretty much, yeah. Even now, I still kind of wish there was more like Princess Tutu stuff. There's like stuff happening now because it's like Princess Tutu's 25th anniversary. But other than that, yeah. A couple of these. I'm gonna show these three off. So, not Inu X Boku. There were a couple of them from that I actually really liked. So this one I actually expected not to be as big as it was. But it's based off of the character. Oh, man, the main character's name was Hachiman. His nickname was Hachiman and stuff like that. But yeah. And then the anime, I forgot the name of the anime. But pretty much he looked, I liked his character. I like characters like that. I like femboy characters. And then I bought a Kaede acrylic by, it was something Beans. Let me see. I didn't put his name? Let me see. Oh no! Oh yes, that's right. The anime from the other character was called Onigairu. Let's see. Bean. It's called Bean something. Bean. Oh, where was it? I know I bought it off like Etsy, but this one is actually Rika from Hollow Stars actually. Stuff I bought. Please tell me what I bought. I can't remember. It was something Beans. Oh, Siku updated her store. Back on topic. Back on topic. Back on topic. Back on topic. If I get distracted by Siku, it will never be the end. One thing I really, really, really hope one day happens is that Siku makes an acrylic, but I know good and well she's gonna sell out day one. These what I'm gonna show you are also Village Vanguard ones. They were glasses themed. I actually wish they were bigger. It actually made me kind of sad that they weren't. I'm pretty sure they were also made by Rainy Day, but every time I try and go back to the store from where they were made, what is up with my face? Every time I try and go back to the store, it takes me to the Village Vanguard promotional page. Promotional Twitter, and like I just don't know who made it. I just don't know who made it. I tried to look, but it was like either scroll down for 50 hours, but even then I'm just kind of like, no. And I've been avoiding this pile forever. But here we go. The Mafu Mafu collection. Why? Because this boy right here was one of the main reasons why my acrylic addiction got as bad as it did. A lot of them I like. I really, really like. Some of them, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I regret buying. Which, funny enough, I bought my Princess Tutu enamel pin, but I also bought these acrylic 10-year anniversary, not acrylic, these enamel anniversary acrylics. Not enamel anniversary keychains. And I bought them like an idiot in the middle of the night, being like, I'm gonna buy them now because they won't be available in the future. I actually remember tried selling these. Funny thing is, I nearly actually got scammed by someone on like OfferUp. Because I hadn't used it in a long time and I didn't know what an OfferUp scam was. Hold on real quick second. Okay, I'm back now. Did you get tricked in the beginning when I thought I was talking with my mic off? Alright, let's go. So, what I was saying earlier, I kind of regret buying these, but I'm keeping them anyway because why not? Plus I got scammed with them, so funny story. There was also pretty much this right here, second acrylic that got me addicted to collecting acrylics. Because Mafu Mafu's, how should I put it? Mafu Mafu, okay, so like Amatsuki's is like very fashionable. Mafu Mafu's is very colorful. Not just in like the amount of color they add, but just all around I really like how colorful and how his personality shines through. This one was done by the same person who does his, pretty much all the acrylics you see are done by the same person. So I don't really have to go too much into the artist once I find their name. They're all done by the same person. They were all made for his anniversary, or just for albums and stuff. Like this one. I like this one because it's very colorful. There we go. I like it a lot. A couple of them actually came together. These two cat ones actually came in as a bundle with, I think they both came and I bought them together on a third-party site. I bought this one together with it, I think. I bought this one together with it. Obviously, I showed these two ones. And these four I bought for the for not Hiki Fest, but definitely for his concert. Except for this one. I bought this one because it actually looks really gross. People are like, it doesn't look gross. It looks gross to me, that's for sure. Yeah. Look at that one. Right there, I learned the Japanese word for gross, kimoi. But I bought the rest because I really, really like them. At one point, I was actually, even now, I feel like I kind of still am. I was on the hunt for one of them, which was, for, what's the name of that one? The one for, the girl Mafu Mafu. What was her name again? Manin-chan. I wanted Manin-chan so much, but I always end up like, all I have, the thing is like, the person who's selling it was like Japanese exclusive on Amazon, so I kind of have to go around that. So there's that. This boy right here is the reason why I've just dived into the acrylic hole. One of the reasons. I like Mafu Mafu stuff. They're all adorable. That one was made by the artist. They did the model of Mafu Mafu. They did his VTuber avatar. They pretty much work together by this point. Where is his model? VTuber. Who did his model? Some specific someone did his model. I don't remember who. What the name was. Of the person who made his model. Oh man. I'm gonna look up the name because of course I'm stupidly dedicated. My thing though is I actually really like that Mafu Mafu became a VTuber. It's like, did you? Because I can. Yeah, they're like, why this many keychains? Because I can. Obviously, though, I had to listen because even like a family member told me, like, you're going too far with this, bro. Calm down. He became a VTuber. Here we go. I finally found a stream. Who made the model? Ugh. VTuber debut. This is gonna take forever. introduction. Where we go. Motto. It's gonna eat me alive. You guys are like, why are you doing this? It doesn't need to take this long. And it's like, because I can. Oh man, some of like my early streams are like still up about like my first keychain collection. I know 2 plus, what is it? Like 2 plus 2, like what is it? 2 plus 2 equals fish. I know 2 plus 2 equals fish is still up. Well, who did it? I know someone did it for Mafu. I'm gonna find them because of course I'm stupidly dedicated. Let me see. I'm just gonna Google it. Artist. Who did the artist? Ah, Chachagoma. Designed by Chachagoma. Yes. But what is their Twitter name? It is Gura. So the Twitter artist is Gura1000BE. So Gura1000BE. And I follow them, which is obviously why I forgot the name. I know Gura also did a couple pieces for Amatsuki as well, so that's also why I bought them. So, sorry for taking 5,000 years to get that. And now, we shall actually be moving on to the random pile. So the random pile is pretty much a lot of one-off characters, game characters, and a bunch of other characters that I kind of just got the acrylics of just because I wanted to. So, and people are gonna immediately recognize this character because of course they are. It's Switch-chan! Because of course I bought Switch-chan, because I'm a sucker for Switch-chan. Look at her! She's amazing! Even now, sometimes I like pretend to do like a dub of like Switch-chan like every now and then. So like what's one of the comics? It's like Switch-chan, how come you don't port Mario on the PS5? No. This one, I actually follow the artist on this one, but I always like just catch their stuff like every blue moon. This one is by Honey Puff. I kind of just bought her on a whim. I like it. This one's double-sided. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. This one is a Kirby acrylic because there's actually surprisingly not a lot of good Kirby acrylics out there, at least to me. Personally, for me, I'm very picky. I bought all these random acrylics, but I'm picky about the randomness I get. Oh, I meant to spin it over here. It's a double-sided holographic Boba Tea one. This one was done by Hey Mushimu. Yeah, it should be Mushimu. Mushimu, 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 Mushimu. Hey Mush. Yeah, this is by Hey Mushimu. Alright. This one is actually interesting because it's made by so on Instagram they go by capital CW lowercase ILOCK. So CW Weelock. And then on Twitter they go by Weelocky with a Y at the end. So I really like their art. This one is actually of a Fate character. And it's the only Fate character I ever have because I really like it. This one's also has like a little dangly star on the bottom. I really like it. So I bought him because I really like this character a lot. This one, I actually kind of had trouble finding the name of this one because I know it was Love Struck, but the artist ended up changing their name, and so I almost lost the artist. They go by the name now of Roar in the Hotate. So it's called Love Struck. I'm not sure if you can tell, it's pink. The acrylic, so with acrylics, a lot of them can vary also. So a lot of the acrylics you've seen are clear back, but sometimes the artist will have a color, will have a color backing. So sometimes they'll be like pink or blue, but a lot of times they will be clear because, you know, that's a lot of money. This one, some people might actually recognize this one in like the indie manga sphere. Grasshopper and Praying Mantis girls. The funny thing is though is that the artist ended up shutting down his booth. He went by the name of Evolving Monkey 1 on Twitter. I actually got this just before he shut down his store, and I actually really like the manga to this one. The manga to it, it's actually really like slice of life. Only a few chapters have been translated, but I really like it. It's just about two two roommates who like, they're bugs. They're bug girls. Pretty much that's about it. I like the Praying Mantis one a lot. She seems chaotic neutral. At least from what chapter 1 portrayed her, because the way the chapter portrayed her was she was like excited, but when she gets into something, she's kind of like, that's the life. Hold on one quick second. I need to check something real quick. Alright, I'm back. Alright. We're actually wrapping up, almost. So, This one is actually really interesting because I bought it I bought it and I followed the artist, but they actually deleted their account, and it actually made me really sad because I really, really like their art. I think I found them afterwards, but I think they also locked their account. Their username used to be JC Urine W, but I think if I remember correctly, what they go by possibly now is yeah, their account's gone. They go by possibly KK_VOR. So I kind of followed them being like, maybe that's them. But yeah, they had other art too, but they ended up they didn't just delete their Twitter, they just deleted everything. They deleted their Twitter, they deleted their booth, nothing works anymore. And that actually made me really sad. So maybe I'll find them again one day. One day. I really like that one a lot. There's also this one. This one is by the artist. So, no, that's not their name. Kyoko330. This is actually of an OC they did of an alien girl. I like it a lot. I bought it because I like the way they did. I like the way that she did her leg, and if you see the little spaceship dangling, really cool. But I bought it because of that. I liked it a lot. This one is one of my favorites because it's from one of my favorite looking games. It is from the Wolf Princess and the Blind Prince. The Wolf, I think it's the Wolf, the Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. Anybody who recognizes the art style, the studio did release the newer game of, what was the newer game's name? The Liar Princess, Liar Princess, and the Blind Prince. I know they released the new game. What was the name of the new game? Prince and the Blind Prince. And the new game they released... What was the new game they released? The Cruel King. The new game that they released under the same art style and studio is The Cruel King and the Great Hero. I liked the art style. Now the thing with this is actually I was aiming to get the singular acrylics, the ones where the characters were by themselves, but I ended up not being able to find, I ended up just not finding them. And the thing is also, the reason why was because when the game was first released, they had acrylics, which was a year before I started collecting acrylics. And what ended up happening, oh, you can kind of see the little tagline down here, 2018 Nippon Ichi Software. Not for sale, but it was for sale. And so they made acrylics for them. They made acrylics for the game when it first came out, but then once the game was popular, they ended up switching to wood-printed acrylics, and I do not like wood-printed acrylics. So what you're seeing now is pretty much the last of like their acrylic merch. It's actually a really sweet game. I've never played it myself. I'm thinking about it. I actually really want to. You can actually still find like stuff about the game. It's just that they've transitioned to the Cruel King and the Great Hero, so you don't really hear about it a lot, but it is a very cute game. This one, people actually might recognize this artist immediately. I'm gonna give you time to look at the art. So this one's actually interesting because instead of being a usual clear acrylic, this one's frosted. And you can kind of tell because it has kind of a frosty type look to it. This is by Jess, what was her full name? Jess Jess. It was by Jess. He also goes by Jessaween. Jessylvania. Jessylvania. And if anybody recognizes the art style, it is because she did some of the cutscenes for Pocket Mirror, the RPG Maker game, the RPG Maker horror game, Pocket Mirror. And they're actually doing a remake of Pocket Mirror right now. My only complaint about Pocket Mirror, I've never played Pocket Mirror, but I did like the art of it, and I did watch Let's Plays. I did watch a Let's Play of it. My only complaint about Pocket Mirror is that they changed Eggletta's design, and I am very sad about that, because I like multi-eyed colored Egglette. Button-eyed Egglette. It's not my Egglette. And here's an artist where I always kept saying the name, I kept trying to say the name of, even though none of the artists are any of hers. This one is by Mosopate. Mosopate is an artist that I do like. They do a lot of Gajinka type characters, which, if you can tell for those who don't know what a Gajinka is, Gajinka characters are basically it's pretty much just humanization, personification. You know, humanizing inanimate objects, like the Nintendo Switch Chan, Earth Chan, and all of them. And she does a lot of Gajinkas with a lot of classic Japanese stuff, but also some regular stuff, like here with the teddy bear. In my personal opinion, I like the teddy bear, but I was actually wanting to aim for another one they had, but I ended up canceling it because I knew I couldn't get it. This one is by, if I remember correctly, I literally just passed her name, Harapekori 24. I actually really like Harapekori's stuff because it just looks really nice. This looks nice. This looks nice. You can't deny it. I'm trying to double check her name. Just double checking it. Okay, yes, it is Harapekori. They had a bunch of these themed acrylics. I also bought it because I liked the clasp. So a lot of these I also like I bought them because of the clasp. For Mosopates, I bought it because there's a crown clasp, which, funny enough, crown clasp are really hard to find, even though I wanted to do one for mine. An apple clasp are even rarer, an even rarer find, and I actually really liked it. So I bought it because, you know, rare find, rare item. So yeah. And she was also really happy that someone overseas also bought it, and so that's one of my favorite memories of buying acrylics, because it's man, I wonder if they're I wonder how they would react if I bought it and then you got some people, because a lot of these acrylics I have are from Booth, a Japanese site. Originally they had an app for mobile, but they took it down. I'm one of the literal last people on earth to have a Booth app because they only left the desktop one up. And that, yeah. I ain't deleting it anytime soon. We're gonna keep it like the Miku one. This one is actually really interesting. This is another Nausea acrylic, but it's by a different artist. Her name is... Actually, I know who this is. Hola, or I think it's... I'm pretty sure, because she is Spanish. Or at least her... I don't remember what, but I know it is somewhere within the realm of Europe, at least, possibly, because of how she says it. It's been a long time since I've seen her page, but her page is Hola Moni Moni, and she does a lot of cute ones. I try and get her other acrylics, but I was only ever able to get the Nausea one because kinda expensive, and also just the fact that I just never had the money to get it at the time. This one, I can't say much about it. I made acrylics for family members. if anybody remembers, I participated. I remember talking about it before. I participated in a wedding, and I got the couple my own acrylic wedding gift, and it was very, very, very nice. If I would go back to the sellers, I would absolutely go back to those sellers again. They were very nice. Even when I broke it by accident, they sent me a replacement because they made 2 samples. I would totally go back to them again. And they sent me a couple of things for free, which was this cat acrylic, and I really, really liked it. I never really liked it, but I kept it because it was just the people were very, very nice to me. But I still like it regardless. We in Endgame now, guys. We in Endgame. This one is by XX_Chon_XX. Yep. XX_Chon. Not Chan, Chon. X_XX. Their username is kind of weird. But I bought this off of Village Vanguard. And I remember waiting over and over and over to get it. And then eventually, because it was like 5 left, but it was 5 left for like 3 months, so I think I can get it. Now there's, I think, like, probably 1 left. I wouldn't be surprised if someone bought it by now. It was kind of just a collaboration thing. This one is actually really, really cool. So this character she belongs to, this is an OC by Pio Curio. And it's a TV OC. She's a TV OC. Right now, Curio, Pio does a lot of train OCs now, but what happened was that her brother found this box of OCs, like acrylics that she made, and then was just like, hey, can I sell them on Etsy? And Pio was like, yeah. And so I grabbed the TV one before it was too late. I wanted to buy a couple others, but I was only ever able to get the TV one. Isn't she adorable? The character is a female. It took me a long time to realize that, but I like it. Nice. She does a lot of train OCs nowadays. So yeah. This one is by. So on Instagram they go by 1028 Karas. So 1028 KARAS. But on Twitter, they go by Tori21012. Tori21012. So yeah. I actually like this one a lot because I remember going to the artist and like tagging her, being like, I got the character, and she was like, she sent me like a message, like a legitimate message, and was like, I hope you take good care of her, and I'm so happy that you, like, as somebody who is foreign, like, looked at my stuff and like just bought my stuff, and I was like, I was genuinely like so shocked because you get like business cards, right? But like this person was just like, thank you, and I was like, if I could buy more of your stuff, I would, because your message was so sweet. And so I've loved this one ever since. Alright. And now we get to the big chungus. This one. So, how big is this one? Well, about the size of my hand. I bought this one by an artist on Booth. Let me get it close so that we can get a good look at you. It is a jellyfish Gajinka girl, and I love it. Originally, I thought it was going to be a lot smaller, akin to the one for the Blind Prince and the Liar Princess. I thought it would be around I thought this would be like around half the size of what it is, and it came in the mail and it was bigger than my hand, and I was like, what? The artist name was Sasakura Hotaru. And I have a sneaking suspicion. And the thing is, they do a bunch of jellyfish OCs like this all the time. I kid you not, I was like, wait a minute. That can't be the land of the lustrous artist. And obviously it's not. But it felt like it. It felt like it. Because Ichikawa does not have social media. And I was like, Ichikawa. This has to be Ichikawa. I know it's a crackpot theory. But I want it. So, in a way, I almost want to get more of the jellyfish ones because they are so beautiful. They're, like, beyond beautiful. And that wraps it up. Kidding. We have about 6 more. And then that will wrap it up. So, for anybody who knows my channel, I'm a Kirby fan. I've been drawing Kirby for like as of last year. My first Kirby fan art from 2019, but I've always been a fan of Kirby since like forever. He's so cute. And so what ended up happening was that these particular keychains have a story. They have a story. They have a story, and I'm about to tell you that story. So let's get a look at these keychains one by one. So this is based off of what they would call the Dreamy Gear series. And so the Dreamy Gear series was pretty much Kirby but steampunk. And they're very, 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 very gorgeous. So this is Waddle Dee, this is Waddle Dee, this is Magolor, this is DDD, this is Kirby, this is Meta Knight, and this is DeRoach. Why DeRoach? I still have no clue. And so these keychains in particular have a story. These ones are also enamel, but I like them more because it makes sense why they're enamel. I'll show them off as I talk to you about it. So what happened was that originally, this was before my keychain phase started. Like right on the cusp of it. So what ended up happening was that I was on Toriba. So those 2 keychains you saw a lot earlier were 2 keychains I got from Toriba. And I was going to get, and at the time, they don't do it really much anymore, but at the time they had free tickets to go to the keychains. I mean, not free tickets to play against the Crane games. And so I would play on the Crane game, and then like I would play and then I would go. And so what I wanted to see if I could get this Dreamy Gear set. And obviously with it being Toriba, there's also a lot of other Kirby fans in there for me too. And so we all were after this keychain set. It was a whole like random keys. I just wanted one random key. And so this person, I kid you not, they sat in front of the Crane machine for 2 whole days. What they did was that they grabbed the key, was that they went into the Crane machine before everybody else, before me and before a bunch of people, and they played their turn. And what ended up happening was that the person lost. Obviously you lost, you move forward. But this person didn't take that. No. Normal people take it and then lose. But this guy just decided to sit in front of the Crane machine all day and night. It was infuriating because there was literally 100 people in front of him. Like hundreds of people being like, what's going on? Like at least 20 of us being like, what's going on? Why is the Crane machine not moving? And we find out that this dude sat in front of the Crane machine for 2 days. And the thing is, we didn't expect him to sit there for 2 days. We were just like, oh, okay, he'll sit there and then he'll be kicked off. No. It took until someone reported him day 2 until, like I didn't know how to report. I was still new to Toriba. It took someone 2 whole days to report his butt and have somebody at like the warehouse to reset the whole thing because he sat there for so long. It was annoying. It was beyond annoying. Everyone was so annoyed. And then the thing is, though, is that when they reset, they got the guy off. Because what is it? Okay, so there's like a trick, right? There's this trick where you can block the machine by being on your credit card screen. He was just on his credit card screen for 2 days. Being like, nobody's gonna get it. I can't get it, so nobody's gonna get it. I was just like, oh man. And so what ended up happening was, it took until somebody to report him. And then finally, after 2 days of him sitting here, not only did they kick him off, but then they reset the machine. So everybody's place to get just a random key were just gone. And it irritated me so much that I literally went out of my way to go to Amazon Japan and I just bought a whole set of Dreamy Gear keys. I just bought them, and then I moved on with my life. This also has another story behind it. Because what happened was that I bought them on Amazon, but the pandemic started. Those Koron acrylics you saw were also on the planes during the pandemic. And if you remember the pandemic, you know things were not moving out of the country. Not fast enough. I literally almost thought I lost my keychains for, like... I thought I literally lost, like, not even 20 bucks. Like, I think, like, 40 bucks worth of keychains. I literally thought I lost it on the boat. Because what happened was that it was either pay for the keychains to be shipped off with the best service, but, like, the most affordable service, or, have them shipped by sea. And I was thinking, oh, we'll have them shipped by sea. They'll just be here in 60 days. They came in 100. The chair snapped. Oh no! Oh man. Okay. Well, everyone, that was it. That was all the acrylics. Those are all the acrylics in my collection. Those were all the acrylics I had. I hope you enjoyed your time with me in this lovely, lovely sphere. I'm not sure if I will actually be streaming tomorrow. It's possible I have plans, but I'll see you at 3 if that is the case. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye! Thank you for coming, and who shall we raid today? I think we'll raid Professor Bloom again. I like raiding Professor Bloom. Bye! Bye, Music Boy! Let me see. Let's go back to YouTube Studios, and let's go to, let's see, Professor Bloom. There we go. Alright. Bye everybody! I had so much fun. Thank you for all for 100. You guys have no idea how much I'm just happy that you all did this. So, I hope to see you guys either tomorrow or next week. Bye-bye!